Here's the tips. If you're thinking of getting extensions put into your salon, or you currently have extensions in your salon, the first thing I'd say to you is regular stock counts on the hair, because that's the number one sign. The second thing is have a look at your book and look at the people, let's say it's August now, that came to you in January, February, March, April, and are they coming back? Because people will move away, whatever. But generally you'll find if someone's happy with, yourself and in colours and cuts, there's clients coming to you donkey's years, and that should be these same extensions. If you're not getting that repeat business and the majority of them aren't coming back, you have a problem. Either your extensionist isn't very good or they're on the take with the clients. So here's another big telltale sign. You have a staff member that's working full time, but you're doing the extensions. And these are specifically for extensions, not your traditional hairdressers that work with you. I actually only want to work 4 days or 3 days, such and such is not well. What that really generally means is the clients that I've taken from you in the past are wanting to get their hair done in the day, and I don't have enough days in the week. So what they do is they say, I'm actually going to just do part-time at the moment. That works. And so what they're looking for is the part-time to keep the clients going in your place and service the ones that they've taken already. So this is like a toxic chain. A salon owner will smell this over time. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they're trying to reduce their days. Clients that were booked in are no longer booking in. They're cancelling. You give deposit back. All this behaviour is how you know you have a bad one in your business. Hello guys, today I want to discuss with you the shady side of hair extensions. And you're probably thinking that title, what exactly does that mean? Well, basically I want to discuss with you the good, the bad and the ugly side of what our experiences and other salons experiences over 18 years. To give you some background on us, 2004 we opened the first hair extension company in Ireland, and we went on to open up shops and we had an academy. And so we've got the good, which we all know the good, the hairdressers that are rock stars and hair extensions that are in businesses for ages. They're in there building up the client base, working their backside off, working with clients, giving great customer service. Because remember, customers just want one good thing, is good hair and good customer service. And then you've got the bad, that are totally the opposite to that basically are coming in and they've no interest in building your client base up. They're interested in building their client base on your client base, and over time siphoning off the clients and moving it sideways, and then moving on, skimming your database, and off they go. And the third one is the ugly, is the people that are taking a little bit more than their lunch break when they're leaving your business. So let's kick off. So another one is poor training. So let's say a salon would say, let's get an extension. So they'd advertise, a person would come along, they say, yes, I worked there for a year, I worked this space for a year. But they might not have had the experience really of proper training. They may have been trained off a friend, sort of Chinese whisper training, where a lot of bad habits, the role isn't good enough. And over time, every client has different needs. So some clients might have fine hair, they're going to need smaller bonds to be made and to be cut. And some people may have more intricate detail in their hair, like a layered bob. And you go and throw someone that hasn't really got the experience in and does a layered bob, and it's going to turn out like a dog's dinner. And the thing about a busy salon, if you've taken 3 or 4 clients a week, let's say on average, and a month later, one rings up and there's a problem, and another one rings up and a problem, you could be in a situation, you have 12 clients ringing that salon going, I don't like my hair. That salon a lot of times, get that service out of my salon. This is costing me nothing but grief, because simply they employed the wrong staff member at the start that didn't have the experience. Yahoo! The next one I want to address is diva behaviour. It's a huge one. You will know the decision to who you send up to get trained to an academy is a huge one, because there's 2 people in life. There's the ones that will take on new skills and still have the humility to carry out a professional service for your business. And then you have the other ones that basically get something new. You might do a few videos with them, or you might give them a new skill, whatever. The salon has incurred the expense. And over time, once they're trained and everything, if you listen to their language, they're talking about my clients, and everything's about them, and the attitude is they're holding up your place. Only for them, you wouldn't even be here, even though you might have been there for 10, 15, 20 years without them, and when they're gone, you would still be there. There's a very inflated sense of ego there. Clients booked in at 10, 20 past 10, the client's getting irritated, they're on their second coffee, you're trying to promote them, and it's looking bad in your salon, and people are ringing the extension, the phone is off, and then suddenly they ring, what's the problem? I'm on my way. It's all like, whoa, my client, just tell them, they know me, it's my client. And you're going, sorry. And then it's a case of late. It's rubbing everyone up the wrong way. They come in to the salon, it's like parting the seas. It's okay, everyone, it's okay, she's here. Whew. It's like, man. Yahoo! Stroking of hair. This is one thing that unfortunately see the worst side of people. And if a salon is working on small margins, doing extensions and a 4 or 5 pack deal, and the hair extensions is putting in 6, 7, 8 packs on the house, and they're getting their 15, 60 quid tips. Well, there's only one winner there, and it ain't you, the salon owner. My uncle used to have a great saying back in the day, God rest him, he used to say, your man's on the stroke. And that's an old Dublin term when someone's on the take and you're getting shrinkage of stock. Fortunately, a lot of the time with certain members of staff over the years, when I've heard from salons, is they said our stock was robbed blind by the extensionists, and I'm no longer doing it. I can't monitor, I have enough on my plate, I'm not being paid enough, or they don't appreciate me enough. People that are on the take always have an excuse why they have to do it. If you gave them $1,000 a week, they wouldn't be happy. If you gave them, the 50% of the salon's takings, bring in one of your trusted members of staff that has integrity, that's been with you a while, they're not going to overstep the boundaries, that, you know what I mean? You don't want to bring some blow in that just basically is running loose. It's absolute rodeo stuff. And shrinkage of stock is hugely damaging to any business. And it also, moving forward, when you bring in new staff that think maybe you're overcautious, they think, well, what's all this about? That is why. The funny thing is, when you find irregularities in your book or your stock levels, a lot of the time is they no longer are able to do the clients at home. They think all these clients are good, they're pooled together, they're going to be open up their own place, whatever. They don't realize a lot of the time clients have no interest, because those clients that came to you in the first place, they still want their hair done for 200 quid at home. Yahoo! So, exchanging of details. This is where you go on the slippery slide with your staff, where they have decided to make that distinction that they're going to pull away from bringing in business to your salon and re-diverting it out into their world. And how that starts is, obviously, they're doing a client for 2 or 3 hours at a time. There's a bond sometimes created there. They might say, oh yeah, here's my such and such details, as in like, oh yeah, here's a recommendation, DM me, sure, oh you're on Insta, I'm on Insta, or you're on TikTok, I'm on TikTok. And it all starts very benign. And then sometimes, not always of course, because some extensions have no interest in doing people at home, and a lot of them don't, but you're going to get your select few that are thinking, this is a potential little earner for me, where I'm getting my salary off the salon, and I'm going to be making my money outside with their clients. It depends how brazen, from my experience, it depends how brazen they are really. At the tail end, when they're going to be leaving and they've gotten everything what they perceive as they want, they become more sort of more brazen. I remember back in the day, we had a customer come up to us and she said, Dolores, you're not going to believe this. I'm uncomfortable coming into your salon anymore. Why? Because you have a staff member down there, an extensionist, and she's basically, the last time I was here, I didn't want to say anything. She said, give me a ring, I'll do it half price at home. I said, oh really? And I didn't ring her. So I came in today and she's basically nearly verbally attacked me. What are you doing here? Like, I gave you my number. What, are you stupid or something? I'm going to do it cheaper at home. Like, why would you give them your business and you can give it to me?
Medication time.
This isn't a queen.
Medication time,
I'm a
gentlemen.
queen.
Medication.
And this is what you would have heard in other salons as well. They don't have much business acumen. So, in a sense, if they see something that they want, it's like a case of they don't understand that Postman Pat just didn't bring in that salon. It didn't just land there. Father Christmas brings the hair. All these things have to be paid for. And by them taking these clients is money and revenue that's needed in your till to pay everybody. And a lot of the time you find when they do move on, or it doesn't work out for them being a mobile extensionist, that they'll go and look for jobs and you'll be rang about a reference. And a lot of these salons that they move on to think they're getting gold on their hands. Oh my God, I can't believe I have an extensionist to work for such and such down in Kerry or Wexford. They work for Hairspray is 2 years. We're getting gold. And you know how long they last, these guys and girls? They last weeks, because a lot of salon owners are on it. You know, that's the problem with some of these things. Because you're so busy running your business, you're not privy to what the conversations are and the private messages going on behind your back. You're trying to run your business. So it's one of those sort of issues in relation to, you know, staff that could have had a great future in a salon and great thing. A lot of the time they change. And I've often seen staff that have worked for me over the years. As 18 years, we've had, I don't know, maybe let's say 100 extensionists, whatever. Some were fantastic, some left. I still speak to them now. I remember back in the early days, we had a fantastic member of a team, and they were what we thought was fantastic, brilliant at extensions. One of the best, actually, even looking back now. And I got a call one day from a salon local to me, and she knew me, and she said, Warren, could I have a chat with you? I said, yeah. Do you have a such and such working for you? I said, yeah. Well, there's a problem. I have this client, she's not happy. She was going to you initially, and then what this person's doing is they're going downstairs and having a cigarette together, and then they're exchanging numbers, and then that client has moved sideways, and then you no longer see her again. And initially your heart drops because you're thinking, not only is, you know, the consequences of that in relation to the bookings that are made for the following days and weeks are going to be affected. The people asking for that person is going to be affected. You're starting to get paranoid because you're starting to think, how do they get the hair? No one was supplying hair, only us at that time. There's a drawer of hair because there's an immense trust that we have in that person. How much hair, did they buy the hair? Was the hair stolen, or was it whatever? And I said, are you exchanging any numbers with clients? Nope. Are you doing any hair at home that was our clients? Nope. And I says, well, I have a particular client's name that's absolutely slating everything at the moment, and that's gone all out. And I said, what's happened here? And they just were honest. They said, basically, yes, I have been exchanging numbers. And I said, why? You're brilliant at your job. I don't know, I just need the extra money. And by the way, we are paying good money, way above whatever. And can I ask you a question? How was the hair come about? I took the hair. Did you pay for it? No. So there lies the problem. Oh my God. My golden retrievers come in and join me. And for us now in 2022, after COVID, we're blessed with the tight team that we now have in our salons and our shops. You know, they're good, tight-knit team. They're very professional. They've got a lot of experience. No longer do we have to bring in people that you're not 100% sure, but you needed them at that time. So in that way, you know, we feel very, very lucky. And we do extensions, like, we're fully booked. And it's a case of we offer a good service at a good price, $299. So best of luck, and thank you for listening to the video. More to come.